I wanted to introduce you guys to another character in my book. This is CiCi, and what she's doing is covering her ears because it's too loud. Um, what I've also seen in children, when they cover their ears and close their eyes, then they're done. They're stuck in that position until something changes. And it's because there's too much going on. In my book, I point out the ball, the dog, the baby, the friends, and her needing to play. Like, it's too much noise and too much stimulation. She's overstimulated, which I talk about a lot also. That happens, being overstimulated. And you'll see children cover their ears as a way to try to focus. It's just simply too loud. You also hear kids just be like, it's too loud, it's too loud. They might just say that. My son used to say that when we would walk to school, because we had to walk down a really busy street. He would be like, Mommy, it's really loud, it's just too loud. He never grabbed his ears and covered it, but he would be like hyper focused on the sound. Now what I noticed with my son is, if I let him ride on a stroller, we had a platform on a stroller he could sit. If I let him ride on a stroller while we were walking down that street, he would be fine with the sound. I think that it was the sound coupled with fast moving traffic, having to move his feet, having to watch where he was going, staying close to me. All of that was sensory overload for him. As he's gotten older, he's gotten a lot better, but busy streets, walking down busy streets, still bothers him. So you'll see this a lot. A good resource to have is noise canceling headphones. You'll see this sometimes on little babies who are in a loud area. They're trying to protect their eardrums. But noise canceling headphones for children who are on the spectrum and have a problem with loud noises helps them focus. I've seen these on people who work in the office, coworkers who work in the office, and they just want to be able to put their head down and focus and not be distracted by side chatter. So noise canceling headphones are a really good resource. I also wanted to point out a little fun fact that girls, especially high functioning girls, are really hard to diagnose. They usually slide under the radar. And I've recently come across a couple of articles. I recently read about Money Long, I believe, one of the an R&B artist who was recently diagnosed with autism. I read about other articles of adult women being diagnosed with autism. And if you're a woman who's going through that, who wants to go through the process of being diagnosed, I feel like it's good to get an official diagnosis for one reason and one reason only. It'll help you get along with your peers. If you can say that change is hard for me, or this makes me uncomfortable and it's probably because I'm on a spectrum, or just say I'm on a spectrum, it's fine. I have a girlfriend we suspect of being on the spectrum, and she absolutely she hates physical contact, and I'll go a decade without seeing her, and I go to give her a big hug and she's like turning to the side and cringing away from me. And I don't know why I do it. It's not because I want to mess with her, but we've been friends for decades now, decades and decades. And so I still do it and she still turns away, and I am not offended by it. Uh, but yes, girls are hard to diagnose. If you have a daughter who you may suspect, you may have to advocate a lot. I have a sister who was just advocating for her daughter over and over again. She kept saying, I think she's on the spectrum, and it took years to get the help she needed. But, girls are just good like that.